Joining us in the kitchen today is Jozy Altidore.
He's the striker for the U.S. men's national team who's on his way to Brazil for the World Cup in June. Made his professional debut at 16 with the New York Red Bulls and now plays for Sunderland of the English Premier League. Let's get to know him a little bit more.
Can you tell us of a time that you failed where you doubted yourself, where after the failure you were like, man, I'm not feeling very good about my confidence here?
Too many times to count. I mean, you're going to fail, I'm going to keep failing probably. It's just how it is. That's how life is. But the biggest thing that my dad always tells me is how you react to it.
But what are you thinking of? Is there anything in particular that you're thinking of where you failed in a spot and you felt a little bit broken?
19, I was in 18, 19, I moved to Spain by myself. You know, I was playing at a high level on a team that just finished second in one of the biggest leagues in the world, if not the biggest. And yeah, I didn't have no friends. I wasn't, you know, I was too shy to speak the language. And yeah, imagine that. So, you know, I was living in a little village, so it wasn't a place that you had everything, and it was just like New York City or like a big city. So it was tough for me. And on the field, it was tough for me also. So I was struggling, and a lot of people counted me out. A lot of people said I was done. And that was a tough time in my life as a 19-year-old kid to deal with all that. But I stuck with it. And, you know, having family close to me was also huge. And look where I am today. I'm able to do a lot of things I never thought I'd be able to.
What is the greatest joy you've known in soccer, or that soccer has given you, whether it's a moment or whether it's something that's happened, you know, professionally?
Greatest joy, being able to see the world. That's been amazing because, like I said, growing up, you know, I come from two Haitian immigrants who never thought they'd make it to America and have the life that they have. And for me to have the opportunity now to show my mom and my dad the world, where they've only known Haiti, their little villages in Haiti, and to take them to, you know, wherever, Asia, you know, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, everywhere I've taken them. And that's just been so surreal for me. And being able to take care of them and have them watch me, you know, and do what I'm doing now has been unbelievable.
How would you describe their lives as Haitian immigrants? Like, what are you thinking of when you think of how they parented and the struggles that they went through?
Oh, nothing short of miraculous, because when I look at, when they tell me how they came to this country, they came to America 23, 20, you know, the age I'm now, 24, they didn't speak the language, they had no money, they had nothing. So basically had to ride off their instincts and their own hunger. So when I'm going through a tough time, you know, I always try to think back to that. Like, imagine that, you know, for them coming in here and not knowing anything about anything in America and making it the way they did. So it always inspires me and always tells me, you know, things can always be worse. So to keep at it, and you know, I have great people around me, so I'm lucky.
What's the most irrational crowd you've played in front of where you're like, this is insane, what is happening here is crazy?
I played in some crazy crowds in Turkey. I don't know if you guys ever been, but they're very passionate about soccer, and that caught me off guard a bit. They were having a party in the stands, man. It was crazy, and but it was a fun experience because it was fun to see that outlook on how they see soccer.
Well, on the not-so-fun side, how difficult is it dealing with some of the racism from the crowds in European soccer?
Yeah, that's not fun. That's never fun. But, I mean, you know, it's almost become the norm in a way, sadly. So, you know, I've always, you know, I'm huge in trying to bring racism to an end. I'm always trying to preach that. I'm always trying to practice that. But you know, the reality is it's something that's still alive, you know, even in bits and pieces in America as well. So, you know, it's an ongoing thing that, you know, we as individuals have to overcome. It starts with each one of us, you know, how we conduct ourselves, how we speak privately, and, you know, those type of things are important. So hopefully we can put an end to that.
Is there any one moment that left you particularly dispirited?
Yeah, when it happened to me early on, you know, obviously I was just kind of confused, and, you know, having that, I had it, my first experience was 19, somewhere in Spain, and, you know, that was, you know, it was ugly, but at the same time, you know, it made me so much stronger, those things happening the times they did. And looking back at it now, I dealt with it in a good way, you know, and I think I still do that looking forward now. Oh, hey, 3 of y'all now, okay.
This is where we end you, right here. This is where we end you. Yeah.
There is no end to me, man. You can try, but go ahead.
Jozy, Poppy wants a crack at you. Go ahead, Dad.
Where is the worst place you had to live to play soccer?
Worst place I had to live to play soccer? England. I love British people. I'm a fan, but the weather's awful. I can't. It's terrible.
What happened? There's no sun?
It's just gray all the time and rain. And like
cold.
We need tornadoes and hurricanes that happen at random times. I don't get it, but
and the food ain't got no seasoning in all of it either.
Food's
exactly
terrible.
right. Exactly. It's just like
It's okay
They'll put a foreign name on the food and give it to you, and it's just basically fried chicken. So that's just what it is. Yeah.
Fans don't have teeth. Some of them don't have teeth.
Look, I'm not doing that, man. I gotta go back there. All right?
Now you're just digging him a hole.
You killing me. I gotta go back there.
Don't let
I love
Dan
my
do,
Brits.
This is how he ends you. He says that he's going to end you. It's him.
He's dangerous.
See you later, Jozy. See ya.